But that brings us on to our next topic, and that is Porro a game changer for Spurs, and will we see a massive difference in this second half of the season with Pedro Porro on that right-hand side? And I'm just going to read you a couple of stats. Royale against Pedro Porro. Chances created this season per 90. Pedro Porro 2.8, Emerson Royale 0.4. Assists per 90, 0.5 Pedro, 0.1 Emerson. Crosses completed 2.1 Pedro, 0.3 Emerson. Shots per game 3 for Pedro and 1 for Emerson. And dribbles completed 1.3 for Pedro, 0.7 for Emerson Royale. Brains, is this a game changer for us?
You know why he is? He is if there's a mentality shift. You know, obviously, like all those stats just say, like he's someone who's going to want to push. He's going to really test defenders. He's going to push it to the line. He's going to cross. Like he's got that reckless abandon of a young footballer. He's just going to go for it. Like but the way we use that is that we can press high. And I think yeah, there is a vulnerability at the back, but I think you just go forget it. We press high, and we just become that team that just goes mental, mud dog ball, press high, try to win the ball high, just drill them out. We are like Spurs have a lot of players who can control the ball, shift it from side to side. We can slow the game down. We can control it on our halfway line. I think we just have to go for it. Like the first half of the season, we were labored by injuries. So the good thing is that Porro's coming in to maybe a re-energized team that has a lot of the players back. We have reinforcements in attack. We do have players that can be moved around. We do have the situations of Emerson Royale could go at right centre back if there's another injury to Romero. It's not ideal, but we have things like that. It's obviously,
Dave ain't having that. Dave ain't having that.
No, I know, but that's like sculpting. That's like trying to like put shit on a statue, you know, like to miss out the chips, you know.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, if we are going to be a front foot team and have this mentality of like, because we've got so many attackers in the team now, that interests me. That surprised that I'm really happy to see a more aggressive pressing team, especially if we utilize players like Sarr and like we shift around the formation. I think we can be a really strong attacking, progressive, angry bastard of a team, you know. But it's got to be, everyone's got to have the mentality. If this kid comes in and he starts bombing up the line and no one's working in his level, then it won't work. It just won't work. He'll get caught out. He'll be made to look like a dreadful player because he'll just be on a different, you know, I used to think that about Ori all the time. He was just like, to me, just looked like he's on a different like wavelength. This is like really, really, really good player who's got skill and speed and just guts. So I think we've got to take it in and just like, we just got to push. We can't sit and worry about how bad the defense are. We know it. We know how bad they are. We cannot sit and play dreadful, slow, boring football.
All right, Dave?
Look, first of all, to Brian's point on Emerson at right-sided centre-back, this is something that was brought up to me yesterday.
Don't quote me on that.
Right? No. Just hear me out, right? Just hear me out.
You've been filling our WhatsApp group with this Emerson right centre-back madness.
I can understand it because, look, he's one of our best aerial defenders, always win a lot of headers. And defensively, Emerson is okay. So I can understand where Brains is coming from. But this is the problem at Tottenham Hotspur. Ben Davies left back to left side of centre back. Dyer from centre midfield to centre back. And now we're talking about moving Emerson in to right side of centre back. Just take no for a fucking answer. If they're not good enough, get them gone. Stop trying to put them into different positions. It drives me bloody mad. If they're not good in their natural position, they're not going to be any better in a different position, are they? Anyway,
imagine Newcastle fan. Imagine Eddie Howe said that about Joe Linton.
But that's different. We don't have Joe Linton.
You never know.
Well, we do, because Dyer's been playing centre-back, he's been shit. Davies has been playing centre-back, he's been shit.
No,
so we do know the answers are there.
We haven't tried him up front, though, have we?
Well, actually, there's a case for Davis Sanchez to go up front. He's good in the opposition box. No, and he's honestly enough of that. But look, down to Pedro Porro, I think it'll definitely improve us. Like I said, a lot of stuff has been going down our left-hand side. always constantly looking to go down there. Nothing's come down the right-hand side, and that's either been because Doherty refuses to do anything down there and passes the ball inside all the time, or Emerson at least tries. He's just shit. So the best thing is, now we've got Porro, technically good. If you press him, he can dribble by you. He can, he can pass it around you. I think Kulu's going to really enjoy working with Porro. I think his game is going to elevate the fact that he doesn't have to keep going right out to the wing to collect the ball off them from 2 yards away because they're just so totally inept. So I think it'll elevate Kulu's game. I think him and Romero either side, like I said, I think that'll sort out a problem with. I think you will see teams press us there for a little while, but they'll very quickly realize that they have to stop. But defensively, Porro's a lot better than what people give him credit for. If you go and look into this guy, he celebrates tackles, celebrates blocks. He's not afraid to get stuck in at times as well. And to have that sort of mentality beside Romero, you're going to have to smash brothers down that side. And teams will not want to go down there. So I think it alleviates a problem there. And I think going forward, like I said, Son got a lot of goals last year with Kane getting on the ball, Son running in behind and not touching it, having to be the creative spark. So with Porro's early crossing or Porro getting down the right, and balls going down the left, you're not asking Son or Kane to drop in and create as much. You're not always looking to give to them to be the creator and the finisher, which means it frees up Son. So I think Son will benefit an unbelievable amount by, if he can time the runs off Porro's crosses. But Porro also takes set pieces, which means Gio now has a left footer and a right footer to work with. So he has a lot more options. Porro can take free kicks, corners, and he's took a few penalties for Sporting. Just in terms of the player we're getting, Matt Doherty, 15 games, 1 goal. Emerson, I think 23 games, 1 goal, 1 assist. Pedro Porro, 26 games, 3 goals, and 11 assists. And I encourage everybody to go back and watch when he played against us for Sporting. His clips alone from that game will show everybody what he's going to bring to Tottenham Hotspur. He made us look like child's play. We pressed the living shit out of him, and he played through it every single time.
And with us only being 3 points out of the top 4, and that was with Emerson and Doherty at right wing back, do you think that this could be enough to maybe catapult us into that top 4?
Yeah, and injuries the whole way through the first half of the season. Genuinely, I can't believe that we are where we are. Still in Champions League, still in FA Cup, and so close to off 3rd place, So with everyone fit, and this is the problem because obviously there's going to be a lot of game congestion, but with everyone fit and with just a little bit more oomph, it can happen. A good run can happen. I'm trying not to be negative. I'm trying not to be pessimistic about it, but
funny way of showing it.
David's got a way of whipping me up in a frenzy here, but
we don't get him on the pre-match pump up for nothing.
This has become a pre-match pump up, yeah. But no, I am super excited. This is what we were looking for with Porro. And some of us, so many people, just didn't think we'd get him. But I am super excited to see what he brings. I remember that game. I remember I was at the home game, the Lisbon game. Just the pace and depth of how he whips the ball in from such a little drawback. He doesn't take a lot of time to make his decision of where to put the ball. He knows the angles and the shapes of the box. He knows where to play a ball. So it's a lot of the time I was just blown away by the speed of that. He would turn, he would get into a position and whip. And it's we haven't seen a player like that since Kyle Walker. I don't know, some parts of his game are even more impressive. Just the way he gets into positions and puts balls across. We've got Perisic, who's really kind of in the last shades of his career, but Perisic has still added all those goal assists on. Now we've got someone who can put those same numbers on the other side. It's cool. There's a lot of positives to come. It's not all doom and gloom. It genuinely is. There is a lot of positives to go forward. Players staying fit, and more energy coming in. So there is a lot of hope.
And the cherry on top with the Porro deal, just quickly, is it's rumored to believe that he slept with João Felix's bird, the guy that's
the big thing.
So that's what we can wind them up about. So
we're gonna absolutely destroy João Felix when he comes to the lane in a couple of weeks. That's for sure. But Sim, what are you feeling?
Yeah, for me, whether it be a game changer or not is definitely dependent on Conte and if he shifts the approach of our team. As Brains has been saying, we have been adjusting our press to accommodate the characteristics of our defenders, and what's been happening is the press, because of this, doesn't seem to be coordinated as a whole team. What seems to happen is the midfield and the strikers press high, and then the defenders hang back because we're worried about the pacing behind. And now that's no way to press as a team. And does bringing Porro in completely change that? I'm hoping it will help with it. I'm hoping we'll press a bit higher up now because of his ability with his pace to be a bit more aggressive. But will Conte suddenly switch the back line defensively pressing a bit higher up because he's a bit more confident now that we're not going to get caught? Part of me hopes he does, because right now, the way we're pressing just isn't working. We're getting the space is being too easily exposed, and part of me thinks we might leave a bit more space in behind, but maybe we'll win the ball in a few good areas more often than we are right now, and maybe the good might outweigh the bad if we do start pressing a bit higher, even with the defenders' lack of characteristics. But will it completely stop that? No. So from that point of view, will it be a complete game changer? Unless Conte stops that, I'm not sure. But what it will change for me is, first of all, we'll have a player who knows what to do with space. The amount of times you see Doherty and Emerson being played into, especially when Harry Kane switches the ball. How often do you see him? He switches the ball to Emerson or Doherty in loads of space. They got time to deliver the ball, and they just do absolutely nothing with it. I also get the feeling like Emerson, when he has the ball on the right-hand side, like we don't flood the box, because I feel like we're just not confident that he's actually going to deliver a pass, and we're expecting to lose the ball. And what I'm hoping for is that when we do find someone like Porro in space on the right hand side, we do actually flood that box and get men in there, because we're confident that when he delivers it, it's actually going to fall to a white shirt as opposed to get cleared away. What I'm also hoping for is Perisic becomes a lot more of a goal threat now, because Perisic has done really good work assisting, but what's not been happening is what he was really good at Inter Milan, and he's good at throughout his whole career. He's actually had really good aerial ability. He's very good in the air when you get a good ball into him. But what's the problem is that Doherty and Emerson, their crosses to the back post have been absolutely woeful. And that's a big staple of a Conte system. What did he say? I remember last season, what happened for the first time, I think Sessegnon crossed it to Doherty and we got a goal. And Conte's like, that is a mark of, that's a, yeah. And Conte's like, that is a mark of my system. The problem is, Perisic is getting absolutely nothing when he runs to the back post. He's getting no delivery. Maybe we see Perisic now getting in more goal-scoring positions, and we see him being more of a goal threat. But I just really hope it revolutionises our width. I hope we become much more of a wider team. I hope that when his crossing ability is well utilised from the right-hand side, and if it is, it can really be a game changer, because it's going to be very hard to stop. If we have him high and wide, we get Kulusevski linking up with him as well inside the channel, and we become a lot more of what's going to happen is, right now, what I find anyway, is that defenses, when they come up against us, they are very compact, and they squeeze the pitch, because they know if we go out wide, we've got nothing there. So they're happy for us to have out wide, and that leaves no space for the likes of Kulusevski, Son and Kane to play in between the lines. But if now we have Porro there, who's going to be really stretched out wide, going all the way out wide to receive the ball, because he has really good crossing ability, they know they can't give him time and space anymore to deliver across, because he can get it on point. What's going to happen, I'm hoping anyway, is that defenders are going to have to get out to him, which should leave a bit more space than there is right now, and that should help the likes of Kulusevski and Kane and Son to find a bit more space inside. So I do believe from an attacking point, it should be a bit of a game changer for us, 100%. But from a team structural point of view, defensively and that kind of stuff, is it going to be a game changer? I think the jury's still out on that, and I'm just hoping Conte addresses that situation right now.